Kevin, to kick this one to you, with both Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic making another All-Star appearance, if you had to take one guy over the other, who do you think is the better center, Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid?
Straight up, both of these players are absolutely phenomenal. Both of these players are bringing the attention that the big man is back in basketball, that the big man can develop and, of course, stretch their talents to not just being guys that dunk and protect the rim. Both are great rebounders. Both are great defenders. Obviously, there is one that is better than the other in this case, and I'm going to go and I'm going to say Nikola Jokic is better, and here's why. First and foremost, Nikola Jokic has been more durable. Joel Embiid has missed significant time in his career due to multiple injuries. Obviously, the first year and change were some big surgeries that he had to have, and the whole trust the process thing kind of catapulted its way and has become what it is in terms of just Philadelphia as a unit and trusting the process. But aside from consistency in terms of blasting in the NBA and actually playing in games, Nikola Jokic is a better facilitator. We haven't necessarily seen someone this big ever in life, ever in the NBA, protect the paint as much as he has, and at the same time be as impactful in distributing the basketball to his team as a whole. I would say he's basically a point guard at the center position or with center height because Jamal Murray is out and we don't know when he's going to be coming back. So he's basically playing the center and a point guard. I would say that right now, the way that Jokic is able to distribute the basketball and attack the rim and have a consistent jump shot makes him a full package, makes him a more dynamic playmaker, makes him more impactful. Now, in terms of an overall back to the basket center, post moves, post fadeaway, I would probably lead that to Joel because Joel is a little bit more of a physical dominating force. Jokic plays a little bit more with finesse. And because Jokic does look a little bit more for the pass, he might actually take away a couple of shot attempts per game. I mean, I'm going to give Joel credit. The last 10 games, these are his points in order from January 10th. 31, 31, 25, 32, 32, 50, 40, 38, 42, and 26. That is an incredible 10-game stretch. And in those games, he had double-doubles in 6 of them. So Joel Embiid is absolutely a dominating force, averaging 29 points per game this season, shooting 38% from the three-point line. But we have already made a case for Nikola Jokic multitudes of times as to why we believe he is better. And without saying it, it is because of all the things he's able to do. Jokic has less points per game. He's at 26. Jokic is shooting at a higher clip from the field. Joel Embiid is shooting 49. Jokic is shooting 57. Joel Embiid is shooting 38 from the three-point line. Jokic is shooting 37. Joel is averaging 10.8 rebounds per game. Jokic is averaging 13.8. Jokic is also averaging 7.6 assists per game. Joel is averaging 4.2. Joel is averaging 1 block and 1 steal per game. Nikola is averaging 1.4 and zero point 0.8 in the block category. So their stats are very mirrored, but you can tell that one does more than the other and does it more efficiently. The shooting percentage is what's big to me. That's almost a full 10% in terms of field goal percentage as a unit. So I got to lean with Nikola. Obviously, the defending MVP. That race might have been a little bit closer if Joel doesn't get hurt last year. But in terms of if I had to put a centerpiece in a team and build around it, I am definitely putting in Nikola Jokic, and that's why.
I mean, Kevin, those are pretty clear and concise points, and I'm with you 100% with Nikola Jokic over Joel Embiid. Now, I don't want to discredit Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is a phenomenal center. I mean, when you're really talking about Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I mean, you're talking about 1A and 1B. I mean, there's not much of a distinction between the two. It's just really it's the nitpicky part of just kind of like looking at their stats and then just trying to judge their overall impact. But I think the one point that I favor Jokic over Embiid, and you kind of brought this up already, was his versatility. The versatility aspect of Jokic, to me, Kevin, I've brought this up before. To me, Jokic is almost like a Swiss Army knife because not only can the guy shoot mid-range jumpers, the guy can shoot behind the three-point line. Not only can the guy play defense, the guy just eats rebounds. I mean, the guy is damn near averaging 14 rebounds a game, which is absolutely phenomenal for this season. But to me, It's the facilitator aspect that separates Jokic from Embiid. And to see a big man pass the ball the way that he does, almost like a point guard in some of these plays that he can run, just you don't see that from a big man very often. Hell, if ever. I've never really seen any center be able to facilitate in the manner that he does. I mean, to almost average a triple double as a center is unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about stats that you would typically see from a point guard or maybe a shooting guard or maybe even a shooting forward sometimes, but not a center. That is unheard of. And really when you look at Jokic's overall impact, not just to the Denver Nuggets, but really to the game of basketball, he is the player that is revolutionizing, or maybe you could say making it evolution at that 5 spot for centers. Because when you look at Jokic compared to the centers of even 10, 15 years ago, Jokic is the full package. You go back 10 years ago, I mean, Dwight Howard was probably the best center in the league, but that guy couldn't shoot a 3-point shot. That guy couldn't facilitate like Jokic can. Jokic does it all. And, despite the fact that Jamal Murray's been out for an extended period of time, recovering from his ACL surgery, Jokic has taken that responsibility and he's carried it on his shoulders. I mean, the guy had an MVP season last year. You can honestly make a case that he's right back in it again to win another one. And the analytics completely side him over Embiid, and it's not even close. You could say that Jokic is becoming one of the best players that we've seen of this generation. And that's despite the fact that Embiid is literally right behind him. Like, this is not like Embiid is here and Jokic is here. I mean, they're like here. They're not that far off. It's just the versatility aspect of Jokic to me is the difference maker. To see this type of player be able to do offense well, to play defense well, and like to facilitate. That part is mind-boggling to me. And it really kind of goes to show just how impactful Jokic is as a player. And then if you were to take Jokic off of that team in regards to Denver, that team would never even come close to the playoffs. That's how big his impact is. I don't know if it's as significant as like if you were to take LeBron away from like the Cleveland Cavaliers earlier in his career, but the impact that Jokic brings to Denver, it's substantial. And to me, I would slightly favor Jokic over Embiid. Embiid's a great player. Embiid is putting up great numbers with Philadelphia this year. It has been putting up consistent numbers for Philly the last couple of years. It's like you said, Kevin, Jokic is more durable and his versatility is a little bit greater than Embiid's. And that's why I'm favoring Jokic over Embiid.